In the heart of the Jordanian desert, where sandstone mountains bleed red and gold, lies a secret. A city carved from living rock. For over 1,000 years, this place existed only in whispers. Travelers spoke of rose-colored temples guarded by narrow canyons. Then, in 1812, a Swiss explorer disguised as a Bedouin pilgrim walked through these canyon walls and changed history forever. What Johann Burckhardt discovered would stun the world. A city so magnificent, so impossible, it seemed carved by gods themselves. This is Petra, the rose-red city half as old as time, capital of a forgotten empire that once controlled the ancient world's wealth. Built by the Nabataeans, an Arab people who transformed from desert nomads into master architects, engineers, and traders. At its peak, over 30,000 people called this impossible place home, a thriving metropolis in one of Earth's harshest deserts. How did they do it? How did a wandering tribe build paradise in a waterless wasteland? The answer lies in genius beyond imagination. The Nabataeans began as nomads, wandering the Arabian desert with their flocks. They knew every hidden spring, every secret path. Their survival skills made them invisible to enemies. When Greek armies came hunting, the Nabataeans simply vanished into the wilderness. But they were watching, learning. The Nabataeans understood that the real power in this world flowed not through armies, but through trade. And trade meant one thing above all others: frankincense, the precious resin worth more than gold to the ancient world. From the temples of Rome to the tombs of Egypt, frankincense was sacred. Every prayer, every burial, every royal ceremony demanded it. The incense route stretched 2,000 kilometers from Yemen to the Mediterranean, and the Nabataeans positioned themselves at its heart. They charged 25% on everything that passed through their territory. Protection, water, safe passage, everyone paid the Nabataeans. Within generations, these wandering shepherds had become the wealthiest traders in the ancient world. Now they needed a capital. The site they chose seemed impossible. A hidden valley receiving barely 15 centimeters of rain each year. Death by thirst. But the Nabataeans saw what others could not. They saw water, not falling from the sky, but hidden in the rocks themselves. They engineered a system so advanced that modern hydrologists still marvel at its sophistication. Every drop was captured and preserved. Channels carved into canyon walls directed rainwater into massive underground systems. Some held over 40 million liters of water. When flash floods threatened to destroy everything, they built dams and tunnels to redirect the water around their precious city. The Sikh itself became a water pipeline. Fresh drinking water flowed through channels carved into its walls, bringing life to the city. Gardens bloomed in the desert. Fountains splashed in public squares. Petra had transformed the impossible into the extraordinary. This was not just survival, this was a statement. The Nabataeans had conquered the desert itself. Now they would build monuments to match. The Treasury took 3 to 4 years to complete. But unlike any building you had seen, it was carved from the top down. Stonemasons climbed to the summit and carved a narrow ledge across the cliff's width. Then, inch by inch, they worked downward. Workers were lowered on ropes to refine details, apply stucco, and paint the facade in brilliant colors long since faded away. The design borrowed from Alexandria, the greatest city of the Mediterranean. Alexandrian craftsmen may have helped create this masterpiece. 39 meters tall, 25 meters wide. Every column, every sculpture, every detail, carved from a single piece of living rock. Eagles perched at the top would carry souls to the afterlife. This was not just a building, this was a gateway between worlds. The quarried stone was not wasted. Every block carved from the Treasury was used to build temples and palaces throughout the city. In October 2024, archaeologists discovered 12 complete skeletons in a hidden tomb beneath the Treasury. Secrets still remain. Petra was not a city of tombs, it was a city of life. Over 30,000 souls lived, worked, loved, and dreamed within these walls. Merchants from Rome, Egypt, India, and China walked these streets. Petra was where East met West, where cultures collided and merged. Wealthy families lived in villas decorated with frescoes rivaling Pompeii. Their tables overflowed with exotic spices and fine wines. The Great Temple dominated the city center. 7,000 square meters of columns, courtyards, and sacred spaces honoring Nabataean gods. They worshipped Dushara, the supreme god, and Alat, the goddess of fertility. Their faith blended Arabian traditions with Greek and Roman influences. A theater carved into the hillside seated thousands. Here they gathered for performances, announcements, and celebrations that united the city. Craftsmen created exquisite pottery, distinctive thin-walled vessels, painted with delicate designs that archaeologists still find today throughout the region. For 300 years, Petra flourished as one of the ancient world's greatest cities. But empires rise and empires fall. In 106 AD, the Roman Emperor Trajan absorbed the Nabataean kingdom. The eagles had come to Petra at last. But this was no violent conquest. The transition was peaceful. Rome recognized that Petra's prosperity served their interests better intact. Under Roman rule, Petra entered a new golden age. Roman engineers enhanced the city's infrastructure with straight colonnaded streets and grand public spaces. The Via Nova Traiana connected Petra to the broader Roman world. Trade continued flowing, now protected by the might of Rome. Wealthy Nabataeans became Roman citizens. They adopted Roman fashions while preserving their ancient traditions. Two cultures became one. But the world was changing. New sea routes through Egypt began bypassing the overland incense roads. Petra's lifeblood slowly drained away. The 3rd century brought crisis to Rome itself. Demand for luxury goods collapsed. The caravans that once made Petra rich grew fewer. Still, the Nabataeans adapted. They turned from trade to agriculture, cultivating the terraced hillsides their ancestors had irrigated centuries before. May 19, 363 AD, a date that would be seared into Petra's memory forever. The earth began to tremble. A massive earthquake struck the entire region. Buildings that had stood for centuries collapsed in moments. Half the city fell. The vital water system was shattered. Channels cracked, cisterns broke, aqueducts crumbled. Without water, the desert would reclaim its own. The great temples never reopened. The Temple of the Winged Lions, the Great Temple, all lay in ruins. An era of worship ended. But Petra did not die. Survivors dug themselves out and rebuilt their homes. A smaller community clung to this sacred place. Christianity arrived. The urn tomb was converted into a church. Byzantine mosaics replaced Nabataean gods on temple walls. The Petra scrolls, discovered in 1993, revealed that families continued living here through the 6th century. Life persisted. A second earthquake in 551 struck another blow. Gradually, the population drifted away. Petra became a ghost of its former glory. For over 1,000 years, Petra slept. Only the Bedouin tribes who made caves their homes knew this place existed. When Burckhardt revealed Petra to the world in 1812, he sparked an obsession that continues to this day. Archaeologists have worked here for over a century, yet only 15% of Petra has been excavated. Mysteries still wait underground. In 1985, UNESCO declared Petra a World Heritage Site. In 2007, it became one of the new 7 wonders. Today, over 1 million visitors walk through the Sikh each year. They experience the same awe that struck Burckhardt 2 centuries ago. The Treasury still takes your breath away. 39 meters of rose-red stone defying time, weather, and the very desert itself. The Nabataeans are gone, but their genius lives in every carved facade, every water channel, every stone that still stands. Petra, the rose-red city. Proof that with enough ingenuity, enough determination, humanity can build paradise even in the harshest wilderness.